What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. It has already been a year since I posted a video like this where I was reviewing my March Madness bracket. As you can see, reviewing the bracket. Now, I don't want to show off any of the teams that I predicted because, I wanted to be a surprise of who I predicted. A lot of my games were ruined or they busted in the the second game that was played. So already my bracket is fucked. But I am recording this during the round of 32, the second round. If you can see that. Just after it, I guess. I'm recording it just after the second round and before the Sweet 16, but I'm uploading it as the semifinals happen. So there's a lot of basketball still to be played, but without further ado, let's get into the games that I predicted. So for starters, let's get into these first games that started. So as you can see right here, it doesn't want to focus because it's a piece of S. But as you can see here, the first game that was played was Texas A&M Corpus Christi and Southeast Missouri State. Texas A&M Corpus Christi won this game. Pittsburgh won this game. Farley Dickinson won. And this game, I think Arizona State might have won. So let's just get into those games just so you know. I'll have them circled on the bracket, but I just wanted to get into those games, just so everybody knew who won those. So, yeah. All right, so as you can see, this first game, Alabama versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi, I had Alabama winning that. Pretty, self-forward. Alabama's a 1 seed. Next game, Maryland and West Virginia, I had Maryland winning. That was an exciting game. I honestly didn't care if any of these two teams won. They both deserved to win. San Diego State and Charleston, I had SDSU winning that game. Next up, Virginia and Furman. This one was a tough one for me. Virginia, I had them winning, but they lost to Furman. Creighton and NC State. I'm an NC State fan. I'm not trying to be biased. I genuinely thought we would have won this game. We had numerous chances to win. We just couldn't pull out the dub, but I had us winning against Creighton. Next, Baylor and UCSB. I don't even know what that is. Baylor winning. Missouri and Utah State. I think Missouri wins that one. Arizona and Princeton. Arizona winning again. Princeton, bruh. They're on a roll at the time of recording this. Next up, Purdue and FDU. I had Purdue winning. That wasn't the case. They lost in the first round. Memphis and Florida Atlantic, I had Florida Atlantic winning. That's a very fast-paced team. Duke and Oral Roberts, obviously Duke is winning that. Like, what is Oral Roberts? Tennessee and Louisiana, I had Tennessee winning that. Kentucky and Providence, Kentucky winning that game. Surprisingly, Kentucky had a pretty bad season overall. 21-11, ill. But anyways, Kansas State and Montana State, I had Kansas State winning that. Michigan State and USC. I had USC getting the upset. That wasn't like that in real life. Marquette and Vermont is the final game over here, and I had Marquette winning. So now let's go over to the right side. So now as we move over to the right side, Houston and Northern Kentucky, I had Houston winning that. Next up, Iowa and Auburn, I had Auburn winning. Iowa always gets upset in March Madness in the round of 1, it seems like. So, it's bound to happen, but I had Auburn winning that. Miami, Florida, and Drake, I had Miami winning that. Indiana and Kent State, I had Indiana winning that. Iowa State and Pitt, I had Pitt winning that. Xavier and Kennesaw State, I had Xavier winning that. Kennesaw State should have won, though. They had a chance to upset Xavier. Texas A&M and Penn State, this one hurt. Penn State beat Texas A&M, but I had Texas A&M winning. Texas and Colgate, Texas wins. What the fuck is Colgate? That's just a bunch of toothpaste. Kansas and Howard, I had Kansas winning that, obviously. Arkansas and Illinois, I had Illinois winning that over Arkansas. It turned out it didn't happen, but whatever. I guess you get to dream. St. Mary's and VCU. St. Mary's winning. That's a very good basketball team. UConn and Iona, whatever the hell that is. UConn winning that game. What the hell is an Iona? TCU and Arizona State. I had TCU winning that. Gonzaga and the fucking Grand Canyon, the goddamn Grand Canyon from Arizona. I had Gonzaga winning that game. And Northwestern and Boise State, I had Northwestern winning that game. And finally, And finally, UCLA and UNC Asheville, and I had UCLA winning. Look, I'm from North Carolina, okay? And UNC Asheville is not a very big school if you don't know. Asheville is well, let's just say it's a very small city in North Carolina. So, I've been there like once. It was a pretty nice place, but unfortunately they're not beating UCLA. All right, so next up from Birmingham, Alabama, we had Alabama, Maryland, and I had Alabama winning that game. Roll Tide! Next up, we had San Diego State versus Virginia. From Orlando, we had Virginia winning that game. Next up, NC State and Baylor. I was originally putting NC State, but I'm like, no the fuck, we're not beating Baylor. So I put Baylor in. You can see my black mark with the pen there. Missouri and Arizona, I put Arizona. Obviously, that's not happening. Next up, Purdue and FAU. I had Purdue winning that. I thought I had FAU going deeper into the championship. Apparently not. Next up, Dookie and Tennessee. Whatever those are. I had 10 winning that, obviously, by my handwriting. Next up, we got Kentucky and Kansas State. This one was a hard one for me to pick. I eventually picked Kentucky from Greensboro, North Carolina. Again, what's with all these North Carolina cities? Come on, I'm a North Carolinian. I've been to Greensboro. It's not that big. I don't know where that was played, but anyways, Kentucky winning that. I had to look up highlights of these two teams of winning that game. Obviously, Kentucky lost. I feel bad for Oscar Tshiebwe. He deserves so much better. USC and Marquette. I had Marquette winning. And, well, that's it for this side. Well, okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, so next over here from Birmingham, Alabama, we had Houston and Auburn. The Alabama school and the Texas school. I had Houston winning that. Come on now. Alright, next up, Miami and Indiana from Albany, New York. Fucking New York. I had Indiana winning that game. Obviously, they didn't, though. Miami is actually going on a rampage as I'm recording this video. Pitt and Xavier, I had Xavier winning that. I thought I had Pitt going deeper. Come on now. Texas A&M and Texas, oh man, battle of the guns. I swear to goodness, that's Texas winning that game. Alright, next up we got Kansas and Illinois. And we got Kansas winning that game. Kansas ass. And, yeah, Kansas ass. I don't know who Kansas is, but he's got a nice one. Moving on, St. Mary's and UConn. I had St. Emma winning that game because we can't spell Mary's nowadays. All right, next up, TCU and Gonzaga. I had TCU winning that. I honestly don't know why. Gonzaga probably would win that in real life. I don't actually know for myself. I think Gonzaga actually did win that in real life. Anyways, in Western, in UCLA, in Western, what the hell is that? But UCLA is winning that. All right, move on to the Sweet 16, god damn it. Holy fuck, this is my 5th time filming this part of the video. I swear to God I've messed up on my lines so many times on this. I mean, no, yeah, anyways. Sweet 16. Hopefully I can stop dicking around and I can actually say words. So, this is Alabama and Virginia. Alabama is moving on to the Elite Eight. Next up, Baylor and Arizona. Zona is moving on to the Elite Eight. Oh, you didn't see that up there. Next up, Purdue and Tennessee. Purdue is moving on to the Elite Eight. And finally, Kentucky Fried Chicken and Marquette. Marquette is moving on to the Elite Eight. All right, next up, Houston and Indiana. Houston is moving on to the Elite Eight. Xavier and Texas. Yeehaw Land is moving on to the Elite Eight. Can's big ol' ass. And St. Mary's. Kansas is moving on to the Elite Eight. And finally, we got Texas Christian and Ookla. Ookla is moving on to the darn Elite Eight. Whoa, that got blurry all of a sudden. Alright, Elite Eight time. So we got Bama and Zona. And Bama is moving on to the Final Four. Next up, we got Purdue and Marquette. Purdue is moving on to the Final Four. Next up, God fucking damn it, Billy Bob is not happy about this one. Houston and Texas. My home country of Houston is moving on to the Final Four. And finally, for the love of Christ, Kansas and the University of California, Los Angeles. And would you fucking believe it? UCLA is in the Final Four. So in this here Final Four, we got Alabama, the home where you can marry your cousin legally, and fucking Purdue, where their mascot is a literal Boilermaker, a fucking person that works on a fucking train. And we got the Houston middle-aged women, the Houston Cougars, and the UCLA, Conquistadors, Bruins, what the hell are they? Either way, though, UCLA is winning, over here. Well, I'm not gonna show the victor. UCLA is winning this, though. And Alabama is winning this. And the national champion on April 3rd is going to be... the national championship on April 3rd. And the winner of the national title game presented by me, because I'm the only one that matters. Oh my Jewish God. UCLA. No fucking way. And just because I made this stupid ass video that nobody is going to watch, you know what? I'm going to give you something special. Here it is. Oh, fuck. You can't see it. Well, hold on a sec. Whoa, you like this wide-angle lens? Hold on, let me say hey real quick. Hey. Well, the wide-angle lens. And because you watched this video all the way through, because you have nothing else better to do, there it is. A hand reveal of the man that makes these retarded-ass videos. How incredible is that? It's my fucking hand. Huh, bitch. Dumbass bitch. Dumbass bitch. Don't watch this video, please. This was retarded. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Goodbye.